The RV Show USA is brought to you by Flagstaff, building better RVs, making smarter RVers.
The Wingman's back on the radio again and streaming live to his RV and friends, helping you to learn so you won't get burned. He's back on the radio again.
And welcome again, everybody, to the country's most listened to, most talked about show about the RV lifestyle on radio and social media. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. They call me the Wingman because, well, I'm like a good wingman in that I'm watching out for possible trouble ahead, and I want you to be a safe and happy camper for life. I do. I believe to do that you need to know the truth, the good, the sometimes not so good, and the occasional downright ugly parts of RVing, and today you will hear just that. In our continuing Ask the Manufacturer series, we'll review some of the basics that all RV buyers should take into consideration before they pull the trigger, make their final decision on which RV to buy. There are things that most RV buyers don't even know to ask or even look for when buying their first RV or their next RV. And we're going to talk about some of them. But I want to start out with about a recent YouTube video about the couple who allegedly got kicked out of a Colorado campground for receiving a FedEx package. And the reason I'm leading with this story is to respectfully suggest, that before we go getting angry at somebody when we see a video or hear some kind of story when we go, what? That it may be best to just stop, take a deep breath. Try and get all the facts, or at least more of the facts, before we join the mob. Because there's always another side to every story. Now, in my view, this story, it's just so sad. It's an example of so many things that went wrong and are still wrong, yet neither side wants to give an inch. Neither one of them. Is it true that they got kicked out of the campground for receiving a package? Yes, it is. But that's not the whole story. The amount of hate that video triggered, the amount of outrage from the people who watched it against the campground is unbelievable. And all of it was negative. All of it. As a campground owner myself, I watched and I thought, surely there must be more to this story. I mean, then when the host of the video goes, hey, there's nothing more, there's no other side to this story, I'm going, yeah, right. Anyway, before I wanted to join the mob, I needed to hear at least some of the other side. So I called the campground, no answer. No answering machine, no nothing. I sent him an email, no response. So I called again, got the answering machine this time, but then I hung up on it. I thought, you know what? I'm going to call them back one more time to give it a try. Bam, they picked up. So here is a part of that call. Just listen to the phone ringing in the background and the anguish in this lady's voice.
RV Resort. This is Kay.
Hi, Kay. My name's Alan Warren. I'm calling from Texas. Left an email last night. I do a radio show and would love to get you guys' take. I know you got some negative publicity recently, but would love to get some.
Yes, sir. And I forwarded your information to the owner, and it'll be, his call as to what he does. And we do have a letter out that, it's totally, it's just bogus. It's just bad. What they're doing, and they're just trying to do what they're getting done, But can I get your phone number and have him?
Yes, please, because I do an RV radio show, a syndicate radio show, and I've never spoken with these people before, but obviously the publicity cannot be very good for your park. It sounds just awful. So I know that there's got to be another side to it. Let me give you my cell number, and if the owner could call me, I'm on tomorrow night live, and we're going to be talking about this. So
yeah, the calls are relentless, and they're horrible, nasty.
Are people they're calling to just yell at you or what?
Oh yeah, and here's the phone. That's people calling. Yeah, and they call us dirty names and F you, and it's just awful.
Oh my God! Well,
it's horrible, and it's just it's just the people that it wasn't at all what had happened, what they said, but people are like that, and the emails incessant. I mean, there's just lots and lots and lots of bad emails, and so
I would love to hear the other side of the story because it just seems impossible that it could be as cut and dry as they say.
It isn't. And that's why I can't believe thousands of people are passing this on and doing that. I just can't. I'm just appalled. I don't even know. I hate to even answer the phone. I do have a few names written down to not answer for sure. And, I even hate to listen to messages. I mean, they're worse on the messages,
Oh, my God.
Sometimes they hang up on me when I answer because they're one answer machine, and they're children. It's sad. It's just, I can't believe people are like this. I can't.
Oh,
this is high school stuff that you do,
So does it sound like there's a little bit more to the story to you? I think it does. The question is, does it matter? Seriously, what if there is a logical explanation? What if there are, things that were intentionally left out of the other video, of the YouTuber's video, that would give you maybe a different opinion? Does it matter? I think it does. The damage to the campground from that video is going to be felt for years to come, and the money that these YouTubers are going to make from that video is going to be coming to them for years to come. You may be saying, so what, Wingman? So what? It's videos like this that stories like this, they just kill me, especially when there is more to the story. It's an example of needing to do more homework, of doing your own homework. That takes time, and it does take a little bit of critical thinking. Sadly, I think it's easier to join the mob than it is to do your homework, our homework, to come up with our own conclusion. I've read some social media posts that claim how the children of these YouTubers were traumatized. How do we know that's true? Seriously, how do any of us really know that? And as much as I hope that what I'm thinking is wrong, my gut tells me there's a whole lot more to the story. But I guess it's sexier to believe a part of the story, and it takes a lot less time than to learn more of the story. Again, I hope I'm wrong about this. Anyway, in an effort to help some complete strangers, but fellow human beings I'll probably never meet, I did some research, I formed my own conclusion, and I did a little video on it. Sadly, I think the damage to this campground, though, and the managers cannot be reversed, whether it's justified or not. And they are the real victims, but I'm going to at least try and let them have a voice. I mean, shouldn't somebody stand up for the truth, or at least help people? Let them tell the other side or another side of the story. So I put up a video on our YouTube channel called The Other Side. It's not nearly as salacious, I guess, as the YouTubers claiming to be innocent victims, but it is the other side, another side, that the YouTubers said did not exist. Whether you watch it or not, I hope you will. I hope this short segment will help you hit the pause button when you hear something really horrible about somebody or some group, even if it's somebody that you support or don't support. Please be careful, be mindful, be fully informed before you go become a part of some mob. I fully expect the attacks to come at me because I'm even attempting to tell another side of this story, but I am, sadly, I'm used to it, I guess. I live by the saying that, you're over your target when you're getting flack. And I'm getting a little bit of flack. Hope you'll check out the Other Side video on our YouTube channel. And if you've got any thoughts or comments on this story, please share them with us on our 24-hour voicemail. Good or bad, either way, we love hearing from our listeners. We may even play a part of your call on the show. In fact, you can leave a voicemail message of up to 3 minutes in length at 1-330-WINGMAN, 1-330-946-4626. Oh, here are a couple of nice things, nice stories I read this week in RVTravel.com, some feel-good stories, if you will. First, did you hear about Walmart has a way of doing something positive for their customers in like 160 different communities? Is going to be having free drive-in movies. Yeah, like the old-fashioned drive-ins. You'll be able to pull up and catch a family-friendly movie at any of 160 different Walmart locations from August the 14th, I think it is, through October 21st. You will have to make a reservation and can find out the specifics at rvtravel.com. And let's see. Oh, another feel-good story in rvtravel.com. A big Wingman shout-out to the Make-A-Wish Foundation and the folks over at Coons Country RV in Wisconsin for making a little 5-year-old girl's wish come true. Anna is suffering from a life-threatening illness, and she originally wanted to go to Disney World, but the threat of COVID-19, she decided, you know what, an extended RV vacation would do just fine. So Make-A-Wish Foundation, along with Coons Country RV, got the family all set up to make little Anna's wish come true, and I hope it's the best family vacation ever. I love that. Still to come, we have a story from an angry RVer about an RV she purchased that she says turned their dream into a nightmare. And up next, more great info from for folks who are looking to buy a brand new RV. I'm the RV Wingman, Alan Warren, and this is the RV Show USA.